So just on my way out of the woods now, river and everything roaring away. There's me woodland in the background there. I've been in and out of these woods and across these fields since I was a very small child. There's always been a little bit of a wetland over here, a bit of a marshy bog. Apologies if the footage is a bit shaky. I haven't actually got a gimbal for the GoPro. I usually just use a stand. Anyway, it's always been a bit boggy here, but over the last couple of years it has slowly turned itself into a large natural pond, and it's just interesting. Well, it's interesting to me. It's very sort of it's indicative of the ever-changing landscape of the UK, these magical little islands, that these things happen. I've seen so many landscapes just change over just my lifetime. I'm only 39, it's not like I'm ancient or anything, but this literally just used to be a boggy patch over there by those oak trees. Now it's a whole wetland of its own, complete with ducks and moorhens and Canada geese and all of that. And there's an even bigger piece opened up next to it over there, which I don't mind. I think it's great. It's like I say, it amazes me how many of these natural wetlands I've seen pop up, and natural ponds and things over the time. I mean, I love a good pond, but I just think that's quite special that even in one person's lifetime you can see the landscape change and evolve. And it does come in handy when you've got running water like this to wash the old wellies off, get a bit of the muddiness off them. Magic. And who doesn't love the sound of running water? And who knows, another year or two of these being here and they might end up full of fish, particularly if somebody catches some and throws some fish in there. I mean, I might. So this is where it just used to be a bit of a boggy patch. You can see over there where all the marshy bits are. That's where it started, and it's been that way for a very long time. But then over the recent times it's just grown into a big old pond. Little birdies everywhere, absolutely loving it. And the ducks. There was some Canada geese here as I come walking into the woods, but they saw me come in and flew off, giving it the old as they do. Not thrilled by my presence. They've left evidence of themselves though, a white foamy layer and some feathers floating on the edge. And this is the second part that's just appeared. And it probably looks quite small through the camera, but it's very deep in the middle of that. It's a good 3 foot deep in the middle. It's deep enough that the cows won't go walking through it. So nice little natural wetlands forming, which it's not a surprise. This last 2 years, my word, we've had some rainfall and all of that. Welcome to the UK. All we get's rain, but we'll see what the summer brings. But I do love a good wetland. If it keeps on growing like this, I might have to bring a kayak down. Funnily enough though, this pond here that's formed is a good few feet higher than the marshy bit over there, so I can't imagine that they're gonna join up at any point. They might. This one might form like a little waterfall into that one someday, but they're not going to join as like one actual lake, because this one must be a good 10 feet higher. So it's just interesting, slow turning into wetlands. Now I know there's a lot of farms around here. There's one in particular that I know of that had a massive problem with the field flooding, and they couldn't stop it from flooding no matter what they tried. In the end up, they actually dug it out a bit more, introduced more water, and they turned it into a fishing lake. So, you know, make the best of it, don't you? We all love a good bit of fishing. We might go there in summer sometime, and I'll show you exactly what I mean, because I do remember it forming as a natural pond.